welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about ZEROBASEONE and what the future might hold for them. First, let's go back to their story. ZEROBASEONE is a group formed through the survival show Boys Planet. The show aired in 2023 and was produced by Minette. At the end of the program, 9 trainees were selected as the final lineup. We have Top 1, Zhang Hao, Top 2, Sung Hanbin, Top 3, Seok Matthew, Top 4, Ricky Top 5, Park Gunwook, Top 6, Kim Tae-rae, Top 7, Kim Gyuvin, Top 8, Kim Jae-woong, Top 9, Han Yoo-jin. Now let's have a look of ZEROBASEONE carer. Who is ZEROBASEONE actually? ZEROBASEONE had a very strong impact in a short amount of time, especially as a group representing the early 5th generation of K-pop. With their song Like in Bloom, Crush, Feel the Pop, Good So Sad, Kill the Romeo, Doctor Doctor. ZEROBASEONE established a clear and recognizable identity, a fresh, bright, and youthful image focused more on melody and emotion than on mature or dark concepts. Musically, the group chose consistency over risk. While this helped them build a solid and loyal fan base, some fans feel that ZEROBASEONE never fully experimented with their sound or pushed their artistic boundaries. In terms of impact, their success is undeniable. Strong physical album sales, a large international fan base, high visibility as a 5th generation boy group. However, their influence feels more symbolic than revolutionary. ZEROBASEONE didn't completely change the K-pop industry, but they became a reference point, a group that defined what early 5th generation boy groups could look like. Their biggest impact may not be musical innovation, but rather representation. They showed how survival show groups can still dominate charts and global attention in a very competitive era. Talking about survival show, to fully understand ZEROBASEONE's journey, we also need to talk about their roots, Boys Planet, and the long-term effects of survival shows. Being formed through a survival show comes with both advantages and disadvantages. On one hand, ZEROBASEONE debuted with a massive pre-existing fan base, strong international attention, and immediate visibility. But, on the other hand, survival shows create deeply divided fandoms. Many fans don't support the group as a whole. They support specific members. This leads to constant comparisons, unequal popularity, pressure on both the members and the company. Another major issue is expectations. Because fans follow the trainees' journeys so closely on Boys Planet, expectations for fairness, promotion, and opportunities became extremely high. When these expectations weren't met, criticism toward the management increased quickly. Survival shows also create a sense of urgency and instability. Fans know the group may not last forever, which can make it harder to fully enjoy the present moment. Now, let's talk about Boys Planet 2 and how Boys Planet was port to it. The success of Boys Planet played a major role in shaping the current survival show landscape. Thanks to its strong ratings, global fan engagement, and viral moments, Boys Planet became one of the most talked about K-pop survival shows in recent years. This massive popularity naturally gave Boys Planet 2 immediate visibility, even before it officially aired. In other words, Boys Planet 2 didn't start from zero. It benefited directly from the hype, trust, and audience built by the first season. One of the most impactful moments in Boys Planet was the final ranking. Zhang Hao won first place, becoming the first Chinese trainee to rank number 1 in an Mnet survival show. 장하오입니다. This moment was symbolic. Zhang Hao's victory proved that international trainees, especially Chinese trainees, could not only debut, but also dominate the competition. As a result, Boys Planet truly became a global project. This is why the show was structured around 2 separate systems, Planet K and Planet C. Planet K focused on Korean trainees, while Planet C highlighted Chinese and global contestants. By doing this, Boys Planet expanded beyond a Korea-centered survival show and positioned itself as an international platform, like they already did in Season 1, but the group were devised by Korean group and global group with include foreigner like Chinese, Japanese, Thai, Canadian like Matthew, and American like Jay. It attracted a much wider audience and strengthened its presence in both Asian and global markets. Because of this structure and Zhang Hao's historic win, the franchise gained even more credibility and influence. This momentum directly carried over to Boys Planet 2, which entered the scene with high expectations, strong attention, and a ready-made global audience. In many ways, without the success of Boys Planet and Zhang Hao's first place finish, Boys Planet 2 would not have received the same level of hype and visibility. Now let's talk about the music. ZEROBASEONE officially debuted on July 10, 2023 with their title track, In Bloom. In less than 2.5 years, ZEROBASEONE achieved what many groups never reach. They are the first fifth-generation K-pop group with over 50 awards in less than 3 years, including 4+ daesangs, grand prizes, and 17+ bonsangs as of early 2026. They were the first fifth-generation group to win a daesang, achieved a music show Grand Slam, and surpassed 9 million cumulative album sales. However, despite these achievements, WakeOne's management has been heavily criticized by fans throughout ZB1's career. It's important to say this clearly. These are fan-reported allegations and concerns, not confirmed legal conclusions and not accusations. As for the members, Ricky fans have speculated and raised concerns about Ricky's treatment, including allegations of unprofessional behavior by staff during a live stream, claims of mismanagement, such as losing custom in-ear monitors gifted by fans, concerns about him being sidelined with fewer individual opportunities and less visibility, reports that he often appeared positioned in the back during group activities, complaints about restricted social media access and questionable content handling. These issues led many fans to believe that Ricky's potential was not fully utilized. For Kim Ji-woong case, fans have also expressed concerns, including a lack of solo or unit activities compared to other members, worries about insufficient protection against malicious comments and online threats, frustration over what fans perceive as neglect in promoting his individual strengths, general management issues. Beyond individual members, fans have criticized WakeOne for inconsistent promotion strategies, unequal exposure among members, missed opportunities for individual branding, a general lack of long-term vision. Some fans have even described the management as incompetent, arguing that the group succeeded more because of its popularity than because of strong company planning. Now let's talk about the future of the members and they company. We all know that ZEROBASEONE is managed by WakeOne, but the members originally come from different agencies. Zhang Hao, Ricky, Kim Gyuvin, and Han Yujin are from Yuehua Entertainment. Kim Tarai is under WakeOne. Park Gun-wook is under Jellyfish Entertainment. Kim Ji-woong is also under WakeOne. Sung Hanbin is under Studio GL1DE. And Seok Matthew is under MNH Entertainment. But since WakeOne official announcement, let's talk about the current situation. According to WakeOne's official announcement on February 12th, ZEROBASEONE will continue their activities as 5 members. Sung Hanbin, Kim Ji-woong, Kim Tae, Park Gun-wook, and Seok Matthew have renewed their contracts with the company and will continue their activities as ZEROBASEONE. So what does this actually mean? What will happen in the future? Can ZEROBASEONE survive without 4 of its original members? And what about the members who are leaving the group? Since Zhang Hao, Ricky, Kim Gyuvin, and Han Yujin are all under Yuehua Entertainment, many fans are speculating that the company might debut a new boy group with these 4 members. As for now, we don't have an official statement of Yuehua Entertainment. As for ZEROBASEONE continuing as 5, reactions are mixed. Some fans are sad but still happy that the group will continue. Others would have preferred a complete disband instead of a partial continuation. So let's look at the advantages and disadvantages of ZEROBASEONE continuing as 5 members. One advantage is that, for fans, it's easier to support two groups rather than following 9 separate individual careers. In the past, groups like AllyzOne or 101 disbanded completely, so this situation feels different. However, the disadvantage is that ZEROBASEONE may never reach the same level of success they had as 9 members. Many fans will always remember the group as OT9, and it could be very difficult for them to reach the same popularity again, unless they completely rebrand their image. But even then, fans will likely stay emotionally attached to the original lineup. Finally, what about the Yuehua members? If they redebut in a new group, will they achieve the same success as ZEROBASEONE? Or could they become even more popular like what happened with IVE after AllyzOne? To conclude, ZEROBASEONE's story is not a simple one. In a very short amount of time, they achieved what many groups never do. They represented the early 5th generation, dominated charts, and proved that survival show groups can still succeed on a global level. At the same time, their journey also shows the limits of the survival show system and the importance of strong management. But at the end, ZEROBASEONE will always be remembered as 9. No matter what happens next, fans shared something unique with this group, a short but intense journey filled with growth, pressure, and unforgettable moments. Whether as 5 members or on separate paths, each member carries the history of the group with them, and maybe that's what makes this group special. Not how long they lasted, but how deeply they were loved and connected to the fan. Thank you for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content coming soon. Take care of yourself and see you next time. Bye!